Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now. As you can see, we're on location this week at the beautiful River Oaks Country Club in Houston, Texas, home of the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championships. As we tape today's news, all of the 4 former champs here this year are still alive in the Houston field. That's top-seeded John Isner, 2012 champion Juan Monaco, 2014 champ Fernando Verdasco, and also the reigning champ Jack Sock. In the lineup this afternoon, Jack Sock faces Matthew Barton from Australia, and tonight we've got the Bryan brothers against 2 Americans, Riley Opelka and Tommy Paul. That's going to be followed by Fernando Verdasco versus Marcos Baghdatis. Should be a great match, a lot going on here in Houston. Over on the women's side at the Volvo Car Open in Charleston, the clay was a slippery slope for some of the seeds and former champions in Charleston. Number 2 seeded Belinda Bencic fell to Elena Vesnina. Monica Puig upset 2014 champion Andrea Petkovic. And American wildcard Luisa Chirico surprised French Open finalist Lucy Safarova. 2009 Charleston champion Sabine Lisiski was ousted, and Eugenie Bouchard retired with injury. So not a great day for the ladies in Charleston. On to other news now. It was a week of good news and bad news for Maria Sharapova, who is, by the way, training with the intensity of a woman poised for a comeback. The good news is that Maria received some public support in her doping case this week from an expert witness, the inventor of meldonium. Ivars Calvins told Newsweek that Sharapova's use of the drug is not performance enhancing, but a medicine to treat her condition and ensure her health and safety. He says the drug is likely the reason her career has gone on this long. He says that without meldonium, Sharapova might have had to walk away from tennis 4, 5, 6 years ago. He says it is not an increase in performance, but an insurance that a person will stay healthy. All right, now for some bad news. In the midst of her provisional suspension, Sharapova is taking some of the hardest shots yet from a fellow player. In an interview with Sport SK, Dominika Cibulkova has blasted Sharapova as a totally unlikable person. She called her arrogant, conceited, and cold, something we've heard from other players on the tour. Sounds like Dominika's not going to be hosting any welcome back parties for Sharapova if she returns to tennis. Dominika goes on to say that she doesn't feel sorry at all for Sharapova and that she doesn't miss her on tour. She says that in the locker room, Maria would be sitting right next to you and not even say hello. Now, we should be fair and say that these two do share a very long, intense history with one another. Maria beat Dominika in her first WTA final, that was back in 2008, and Dominika dealt Maria one of her most humbling defeats in the 2009 Roland Garros quarterfinals. So, there you have it. All right, moving on. You know, Batman versus Superman maybe tops at the box office, but the stars of the WTA can be pretty heroic on the tennis court. And this week in Charleston, some of the ladies revealed their superhero identities. Here's what they had to say.
So I would probably be the lioness queen. If I could see through people, I think that would be great. And whenever I get upset with somebody, I would just look at them and think of them naked and I would laugh.
I think I would be Queen Bee. I would only hit winners. I still want to be a superhero tennis player.
Okay, we all know Serena Williams is one of the best movers in tennis, and we've seen her shake her groove thing a time or two. Well, turns out Serena's a major twerker. That's right, she's a twerker. And here she is in a twerking tutorial. The world #1, it seems, wants to share her gift of twerk with the world.
Hold the relax. And stop. And 3 more. Last one. And down. And 2. Wind it down and breathe. Yeah.
And here's the really important part. Serena says it's not just about the body, you gotta give good face.
You just gotta prepare your face. Like, you at the club, you just do this. Yes, watch the Billy rock.
And from twerking to our favorite comedy team on the ladies' side, Andrea Petkovic and Yelena Yankovic. These 2 ladies sat down in Charleston with Tennis Now friend Nick McCarville to talk about their dream jobs. Petkovic says she'd really like to be a restaurant reviewer, but she admits there's just one little thing that could complicate that career choice.
Job, if I was not a tennis player, I would be a restaurant tester. I would just walk from restaurant to restaurant, test the food, test the wine, test, you know, and then just like write the next article. Wine was okay, I think I don't remember because wine.
Fashion fan JJ says she'd be a designer, of course, but that's after starting a family.
Being an
I would
actress.
be a housewife.
No, you would not be a housewife.
I love fashion.
Oh, okay.
I love
Cool.
things like that.
Would you design a dress for me to wear
I
in
would.
Wimbledon?
I would some sexy outfit for
For the long nights of restaurant testing.
yes, so she can get some cute guy.
I need one, yeah.
Those two really always have a lot of fun together, and it's really good to see. From this side of the U.S. Men's Clay Court Tennis Championships here in Houston, that's it for now. I'm Grace Carter. See you next time here on Tennis Now.